Welcome to Learning Unit number 13. We're really getting very close to the finish line. And this is an extended learning unit because of the Thanksgiving break that will follow. So please make sure you're looking at the due dates. And this is on the content for humanitarian emergencies and natural disasters. And we are going to meet this learning unit's outcomes by both reading our text, Skolnick chapter, and we are also going to meet these by focusing on Haiti. And so it's important that you know whereabouts Haiti is, and I'm going to provide you with all the information that you're going to need. And then there is that Thanksgiving break before we come back to week 14, which is a shortened week. And then we do have the final course reflection. So let's look at 13, one thing at a time. You're watching this video. There is an overview, and let's read this kind of together. And I can see that I have to move this over just a titch. Okay, so for Learning Unit 13 on natural disasters and complex humanitarian emergencies, you're going to see that in 2010, so yes, 15 years ago, Haiti suffered a natural disaster. It was an earthquake that hit near the capital city of Port-au-Prince. And we're going to focus on now the needs of Haitians, both immediately after the earthquake and the continued health needs 15 years out. Haiti has also suffered other natural disasters besides the natural disaster of an earthquake since, such as Hurricane Matthew, which was a Category 4 hurricane in 2016, and most recently, the end of October 2025, Hurricane Melissa, which was a Category 5 hurricane. The more information on Hurricane Melissa is that while it hit directly in Jamaica, it unleashed really catastrophic flooding and landslides in Haiti. So at least 43 people died. Some were still missing as of today. And some 15,000 also still remain in shelters because their homes were devastated with roofs blown off or because of landslides. So, and it had top winds of 185 miles per hour as a Category 5 hurricane when it came ashore in Jamaica. So it was it tied strength records for hurricanes in the Atlantic, making landfall, both in wind speed and barometric pressure. So it was devastating, even not as devastating as Jamaica, but it was devastating to this very poor country. And that's another thing to know, that Haiti is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere and one of the poorest countries worldwide. So this is why we are focusing on Haiti. So the learning outcomes for this week are to describe the types of disasters that impact on human health and discuss the health effects of natural disasters and complex humanitarian emergencies, which include a combination, and this is important information, a combination of naturally occurring disasters and man-made disasters. So we'll get into that a little bit more. So you're going to read Skolnick chapter 16. You're going to take a quiz based on that. You're going to watch videos, listen to audios, and read articles about Haiti. And at the end, you're also going to review the requirements because you have an upcoming global health issues paper. And so I'm going to show you where to find the information on that paper. And it's going to be due at the end of learning unit number 14. So some of you may want to start working on this assignment early in order to then maybe free up some of your time for your other courses. Um, so let's continue on. And the required readings again, chapter 16. You're going to be taking a quiz in on this reading material. And here is an important term to know. Now, I'm not going to go through everything and read all this to you, but what is a humanitarian disaster? So you're going to come to this site and you are going to then read about what makes a humanitarian disaster. So it occurs when the human, physical, economic, or environmental damage from an event. When we're talking about Haiti, we're talking about a series of events overwhelms a community's capacity to cope. And different types of emergencies occur, and it can be either naturally occurring, such as a hurricane, an earthquake, or it can be man-made. So this is very important, especially for the quiz. Here is what naturally occurring hazards are classified here, and man-made hazards include these. Complex emergencies result from a combination of both of these. So that's why we're looking at Haiti, because they have definitely had complex emergencies. So you can read through this information and let's then move on. So that's the definition. I kind of reviewed it here. This is your week 13 quiz, so you want to read this information first along with Skolnick. And next let's look at the discussion board. What am I asking you about? So I summarized a little bit of the information on Haiti. So starting with a 2010 massive earthquake, that's naturally occurring disaster. Then we witness Haiti many years after this earthquake when Haiti had another hurricane, Matthew in 2016, and of course, Hurricane Melissa in October 2025. So we see what is considered a complex human emergency, or another way of saying it, a humanitarian crisis, because Haiti has been in constant political turmoil with poor governance, an assassination on their president, and resultant gang violence. So learning about the gang violence of Haiti is essential in this course. I want to make sure you are aware of that. And Haiti, as I told you before, is such a poor country. Over 60% of the population live below the poverty level, with 24% of that population living in extreme poverty, and it's worsening. So for this discussion board posting, using Haiti as an example, show how a naturally occurring disaster and man-made events can lead to a state of complex human emergency. No reply is going to be required, but make sure that you have a thorough response to earn full points. So that's going to be the discussion board. Now let's look at the information that I've provided you on Haiti, starting with a global conflict tracker. And I thought you might really enjoy this because it shows you these are all the areas in the world where there is instability and conflict. We are in the U.S. We're fortunate. We have no global conflict here. But if you drop down to Haiti, which is on the same island as the Dominican Republic, you are going to see about the criminal violence in Haiti, that its impact on the U.S. is significant and the conflict is worsening. So if you click here, you can even get more information about that. So that is one place to go, and maybe for some of your other classes, you're going to look at some of the other areas of the world. So that's the Global Conflict Tracker. I really like that. And so here's just more information about where is Haiti. Okay, so here's Miami, Florida. Here's Cuba, the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos. And then you can see Haiti is down here with the Dominican Republic. So it is actually only 700 miles from Miami. So maybe that will give you an idea of the significance that can, for the U.S. So let's keep going on. This is going to be the first thing that you watch. So remember, this is an extended learning unit. So you're going to watch the movie Out of the Rubble, and it's about 30 minutes. And that's talking about what happened immediately after the earthquake in 2010. Then we're kind of progressing. So please take one thing at a time. So review this first. Then you're going to look at, well, what was the status of Haiti 10 years after the earthquake? And if you click on there, you're going to read an article about 10 years out, or you can just listen to it for 4 minutes. So it's pretty easy to accomplish that. And then 22, you're going to then read an article about people in Haiti facing catastrophic levels of hunger. So you can either read it or again listen. It's NPR, so you can listen to that. And after listening to that, you're going to note that they speak about cholera. And I want you to make sure that you understand what cholera is. So please click on here and read about cholera. And it's pretty easy. Of course, the World Health Organization telling you the key facts about cholera. And this was updated in 2024. So how many cases worldwide? All of that is important to know. Then there will be information, a video, a 5-minute video about Haiti facing gang violence. So we started with the natural emergencies of the earthquake and how it's progressing to gang violence. And so you will have watched that. And next is the most recent update about Haiti's gangs from July of 2025. So again, all of this information together doesn't take more than an hour and a half, but it's important that you do go through each one to answer your discussion board 13 to get full points. And then remember, you have your Thanksgiving break. So what I wanted to show you is that you can go back. Let's get out of Learning Unit 13. You can get back and go back up to the beginning of our course. And as you remember, there was Start Here, assignments with grading rubrics, and you have already completed the first two. And the next one is the Global Health Issues paper. Now that's due in Learning Unit number 14, which is December 5th, but there is video instructions on this paper. So if you want to complete this early, you can. Video instructions, I've included the grading rubric, and here's the Dropbox. So you are able to submit this at any time if you want to get a chance to complete this before coming back to learning unit number 14. So I hope you have a great learning unit. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I know we all have so much to be grateful for.